Hi, I'm Niki Proctor. I head up marketing and communications at Handl Group. Handl Group is an investment portfolio management company currently in a rapid period of growth. So we've grown from being a collective of 3 brands when I joined 6 years ago to now having 22 brands in its portfolio in just a few years. Its brands operate primarily in healthcare, insurance, and the legal verticals. So at Handl Group, I create startup brands when we identify opportunities to disrupt or improve the markets we operate in. So we've launched a great number of startups over the years. We also acquire synergistic businesses and often will work on a brand refinement or brand realignment project as part of the welcome into Handl Group to demonstrate its investment on growing that business. So it was Q3 of 2020 and I was really up against it. Whilst many businesses went into low profile mode throughout COVID, we were launching 2 startups in 4 months on top of business as usual. And to scale these projects and execute them really well, we had to make sure that the content was next level. Normally, I would try to handle everything myself in-house, but on this occasion, I knew that we had to bring in talent from outside to get these projects completed on budget and on deadline and delivered really well. So I hadn't used an external content provider before at this point. So I'll admit I was a little bit apprehensive about venturing into the world of agencies, conscious that our businesses can be really complex and complicated sometimes. And we needed somebody who could really rapidly get a grasp of the proposition, the drivers, the USPs, the audience challenges, and get the right tone of voice and turn that into really impactful copy really quickly. So I knew I had a challenge on my hands. So one of the startup companies we were launching was a brand new, different kind of credit hire company set to disrupt the industry. And I know marketers say that kind of thing all the time, but on this occasion, it actually really was true. This was a truly disruptive proposition. So I was working the managing director of this new startup business on the proposition development and brand creation. And she recommended a content writer who she'd worked with previously, who she said understood this complicated world of credit hire. And she thought that this person could help scale the website content by our deadline. So Kirsty made the introduction. I immediately understood that she'd uncovered content gold for me and that I had a really good feeling at this point that we would have a good partnership. So we dived in, we provided the brief, and we got cracking. Working with Andrew at HNW, you immediately understand that he just gets it. They're as customer obsessed as me, and they will always ask the kind of so what question that really gets you to the magic of any brand proposition. There's no fluff. I'm a big believer in power words and nailing the right tone of voice. They are obsessed with the detail. And once they have the tone of voice nailed down, they deliver impactful copy that stands out. With Cogent Hire, we set out to disrupt an industry, and I can hand on heart say that that company has disrupted its industry. The words that you use to convey a business proposition are key. And the words we must give credit to Andrew for. He just got the brief and turned it into utterly brilliant copy. This isn't a place to go for bland, box-ticking, vanilla copy. This is an agency you choose when you want to make an impact, you want to make every word count, and especially when you're setting out to challenge existing ways of doing things in market, which invariably we are doing at Handl Group. It's not just for blogs and website content either. We've used them for video scripts, brochures, pitch decks, automated email series content, drip campaigns, tone of voice workshops. It covers everything. Since we started working with Andrew in 2020, I honestly wouldn't think about entering into a content creation project without him as part of the team now. And he is part of the team. I never thought I'd feel like this about an external content agency. I never thought that somebody outside these walls could really get it. But Andrew has consistently shown me that that's not the case. I think when you find the right content writer, when you find the right content partner, they can deliver the results you want. And whatever the proposition, whatever the brief, whatever the tone of voice, whether it's for Handle Group itself, whether it's been for Mindright, our startup psychological rehab provider, or even Claimspace, our SaaS provider to the insurance and legal industries. It's just been nailed every time.